Wow. How long has it been? 4 days, 5 days since the last episode of Rokka no Yuusha? 6 days? It's probably going to be 7 days by the time this actually gets up onto YouTube. But I mean, I'm doing this recording like 5 days after Rokka no Yuusha aired its final episode. And I gotta tell you, I really needed that time to vent my anger at the final episode. Because the final episode was very... yeah, it was very upsetting. But never mind what I thought of the ending. First things first, I'm going to quickly go over what Rokka no Yuusha is. Rokka no Yuusha was advertised to be an action anime that came out in the summer of 2015. And people came across it and they were kind of like, they were interested, they were wondering what it was. I came across it on, AnyChart. I came across it on AnyChart. 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the season actually started. And I found it kind of interesting, just the synopsis of it. Here, I'll recite the synopsis that is on Crunchyroll. Legend says when the evil god awakens from the deepest of darkness, the god of fate will summon 6 braves and grant them with the power to save the world. Outlet, who claims to be the strongest on the face of the earth, is chosen as one of the brave 6 flowers, and sets out on a battle to prevent the resurrection of the evil god. However, it turns out that there are 7 braves who gathered at the Promised Land. The Promised Land, I'm just going to say right now, is the main setting for this entire season of 13 episodes, or 12 episodes, sorry. You heard me right. Braves of the 6 Flowers, otherwise known as Rokka no Yuusha, took place in one place, save 2 or 3 episodes where they actually had to they had to actually get to the Promised Land. Adelaide and one other person named Nashatanya. And honestly, that made me fucking pissed. That advertisement, that synopsis, the way that the studio that was making Rokka no Yuusha presented it. Because it presented it as though it was going to be an action-filled, primarily shonen anime. And so everybody, including myself, went in expecting shit blowing up like Michael Bay or a really cheesy Bollywood movie, one or the other. And we were expecting mindless fighting. Okay, not mindless fighting. That's just my opinion of shonen. That's not universally true. That's not correct. That's just an oversimplified way of me describing how I feel about action. Just purely action movie, anime. Because to be honest, it is kind of mindless. Because when it's just action, there's really no other driving force in the anime. There's no other genre driving it forward. But that was what was advertised to us when we first picked up Rokka no Yuusha at the beginning of the summer of 2015. And that made me really, really pissed because that was not the right way to advertise it. That was, in fact, the worst way they could have advertised it. Because now you're magnetizing all these action people that are probably starving from having no one piece of bleach. I don't know. It's just fillers for all of them. Or they're starving from Naruto because I know that just ended not too long ago. The final movie too. And they're just like, I need more action. I need more shonen. And then Rokka no Yuusha was right there and they're just like, yes, finally. I just grasped at it with their last dying breath. And then little do they know, it was Scarface from Lion King just taking them by the hand and throwing them into the herd of gazelles. And then you're just looking back at Scarface and you're just like, why you do this? Because it's not an action anime. It's actually a mystery anime. It is 100% mystery. There's no denying that it is 100% mystery. Yes, there's some action here and there after they start pointing fingers at each other and they're just like, oh, you're the seventh. No, you're the seventh. And so on and so forth. But it's like, and then there's like action that occurs because of conflict and suspicion and so on and so forth. But, all in all, it's a mystery anime. It's thought-provoking. The average person that came in because of the advertisement of Rokka no Yuusha being an action anime got bored really fast because it's not an anime that they were interested in. It was, in fact, the exact opposite. It was dialogue heavy. It was one place. There was not really any action. It was just suspense, but you had to be immersed. You have to be immersed in this anime in order to get the full potential out of it. Because the dialogue totally just sucks you in. It was really ironic because I didn't get into this anime until like 4, maybe 5 episodes in. And that was right about when people started dropping like flies. Started dropping this anime like there was no tomorrow. And they were just like, this isn't the shit that I wanted. So I'm going to say it's bad and just be on my way. And I'm actually just going to look at the reviews right now. Like there's actually a lot of people that really liked it. 93 5 stars. And I'm looking on Crunchyroll. I'll probably have a screenshot of it or something. I don't know. And it's quite surprisingly that it is 93 5 stars. But then again, usually, if you're like me in any manner, shape, or way, you don't want to be doing a review for a very shitty anime. Yet despite this, 20 2-star reviews, 6 1-star review, and 26 3-star reviews. 3 stars I think is actually pretty bad for this anime because it deserves a 5-star. It deserves a 4-star. It deserves somewhere in between those two because it was a very, 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 very solid anime in my opinion. I was just really pissed at only two things. The advertisement and the ending. The ending I'll get to in a little bit. But so, I remember looking at all the comments after each episode and there's just always just so much butthurt. Like, I felt like I could open up a charity donation fund called the Butthurt Foundation. And we would have probably made millions of dollars in charity collection to be able to give these people butthurt cream because oh my god, people just fucking dropped like flies after the first 6-7 episodes. And I mean 7 episodes, that's a long ass time if you're trying to give it that long. But then you get to episode 7 and then there's just I was hoping for something to change after 4 episodes, but it looks like it's not going to, so I'm just going to drop it. And it's it's nice knowing you, buddy, but you didn't really have to say that, did you now? And just whatever. That's everybody's opinion. Everybody has an opinion. That's up to you. I personally don't like long-running shows because I like to have diversity in my anime viewing and entertainment and experience. But that's not for everybody else. So, Rokka no Yuusha, this isn't actually right off the bat, but to summarize the last long talk that I just gave right now, Rokka no Yuusha is not an action anime. It's a mystery anime. Thank you very much. If I were to put it close, if I were to say that anything held a candle to it, I would say Gothic for to some kind of relate to. Gothic was very mystery, intense, suspenseful, mystery oriented. And if you don't know either of those anime, I would actually recommend watching those, especially if you turn out liking Rokka no Yuusha. Watch this anime first, and if you like this one, I would recommend. But so, anyways, digressing back to the main topic because I just went on a very, very, very long tangent. I'm going to discuss the ending. Now, I'm not going to say anything that's going to spoil, and even if I do end up saying anything, spoiling, I'm just going to edit it right out of the video. So don't worry about that. And I'll just make sure it cuts and edits smoothly into the next part, etc., etc. You don't have to worry about spoilers at this moment. So the thing is that the ending was just complete and utter bullshit. I will say this much. It was a cliffhanger. It was the ultimate cliffhanger that they could have given us after all 12 episodes of Rokka no Yuusha. After all 12 episodes were cliffhangers on their own, 11 episodes by their own right. Whereas the 12th episode gave you not only a middle finger, gave you a second middle finger, the toes were giving middle fingers, and then just to top it all off, they took away your butthurt cream after you finished the entire 12 episode run. And you're just literally thinking to yourself quietly, what the actual fuck? Like, I remember when I finished one episode, I think it was episode 10, like things were going down, shit was hitting the fan, and I could hear the music kicking in, and I'm just like, oh man, this is so hype. And I was thinking, like, time was going by. Like, time went by really fast with that episode, because I was so immersed into the dialogue. But so, just, oh man, just really into it, just really hyped. And then the motherfucking ending credits came around, and I'm like, no fucking way. I was just I literally just said fuck you repeatedly, and I ended up screaming to the point where my roommate was like, dude, are you okay? And this is also another guy that watches anime, and he's just yeah, overall he's about at the same level of weirdness as I am. And even then he was still like, dude, you okay? You should take a chill pill. Or just like, he was genuinely like, what the fuck is wrong with you right now? Because I was that hysterical after that, because I totally thought it was just 10 minutes in. We still had another 10 minutes to go, and I didn't even realize almost half an hour just blew by without me even noticing. That's the kind of anime this anime is. That's the kind of immersion that I got from this anime. Because there's a lot of, it's dialogue heavy, the mystery engages you, and it's really, really suspenseful, because you actually don't know who the seventh is. And even until the very end, you're going to have two possible candidates. There are going to be two people that you're going to suspect until the very, very, very end. And I shit you not, I bet on the wrong person. I'm not gonna even deny it. I bet my soul on the wrong person. Because I totally thought it was this one person, and it was the exact opposite. I'm just like, holy shit, I did not see that coming. So technically there was 3 candidates. There was 3 possible people by the end of Rokka no Yuusha that could have been the 7th. For most people it boiled down to 2. And that's probably what's going to happen with you. There's a 90% chance that that's what's going to happen with you. And all in all, seriously, this was a really damn good show. It's already in my top 5. I'm going to go start reading the light novels. And if I happen to like the light novels, I'm actually going to go legitimately buy the light novels once the English translations come out. If the English translations ever come out. And even if they don't come out, I'm probably, if they're as good as the anime portrayed the light novels to be, if they're that good, then I will probably just buy the raw just to support the franchise. 'Cause holy shit, man. Rokka no Yuusha was just way too good. It was way too good for its own good. Because it's just, oh man, there's really nothing else I can say to that. Because for me, summer season of 2015, best anime of the season is Rokka no Yuusha. That's not up for debate at all. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because there is no way in hell that you can argue that. If you've seen Rokka no Yuusha and then you saw all the other big names of this season, either way, it's holy fucking shit, dude. Holy shit. Rokka no Yuusha. don't watch it if you want action. That's all I'm going to say. Don't watch it if you want action. And if you're like me, who likes heavy dialogue, if you love story being driven by the characters and not by some extraneous circumstance, this is definitely the anime for you. And if you love a good, unexpected romance, there's actually romance in this anime, go for it. And it's just really the only people I don't recommend this anime to are the ones that wants blood boiling battles. Like, you're not going to get fights. You're not going to get explosions that make you shit bricks, thinking to yourself, oh my god, the quality of that explosion was just so amazing. I orgasmed like 15 million times with the force of 1,000 suns. I mean, you're not going to get that kind of stuff in Rokka no Yuusha. You're going to have a mindgasm. That's what you're going to have, but some people may not appreciate that. So, all in all, I do a 10 out of 10 review, like rating. So I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. Hell of an anime, hell of a story, hell of a character. My only issue was that there's no guarantee for a second season, and they gave us a middle finger that was on fire times 3. Thank you all so much for watching, and I am happy that you guys actually stuck to the end of this. And if you guys are interested in more reviews for this season, or for more seasons to come, please leave a like and let me know. And if you actually liked this channel, then please punch the subscription button. And then that way I will know that I am actually being watched, and I'm not actually quietly fapping in the corner of the internet just randomly. And as always, guys, somehow, somewhere, I'll see you guys soon.